Observe the motion in this automated logistics center. We are seeing algorithms and AI take over an expanding share of our daily lives, and with that shift comes a specific, quiet anxiety about where we fit into a mechanized world. Science fiction acts as a mirror for these exact fears, but if you look at the modern stories we tell, you'll find a sharp geographical divide in how different cultures imagine their own downfall. These represent two distinct architectures of control. On one side, we have European state-driven dystopias. On the other, the American vision of corporate-driven futures. To understand our actual technological trajectory, we need to examine both of these models to see exactly how each one threatens the core of human identity. This photograph of a DDR street scene captures a specific historical anxiety. The uniform architecture and state banners point toward the European fear of an all-encompassing state bureaucracy that manages the individual. That anxiety is central to Teresa Hanig's 2017 novel, Die Optimierer. Set in 2052, it depicts the optimal welfare economy, a system that uses technology to dictate every career and social role a citizen takes. Control in this world is data-driven. The state reduces individuals to metrics, social scores, and productivity points to maximize societal efficiency. In this model, personal freedom is viewed as a friction that the system must smooth away for the collective good. We see a similar rigidity in the German film The Ordinaries. It uses a meta-cinematic class structure to divide society into main characters and extras, visualizing a world where your social function is a script you are forced to follow. This is the sociologist Pierre Bourdieu. He developed the concept of cultural capital, explaining how these systemic roles and rigid social hierarchies lock people into predefined classes that determine their life outcomes. The European model warns us about the result of extreme collectivism. It shows a state weaponizing technology to erase individual choice, all in the name of ensuring that society functions perfectly. Now look at this car factory assembly line from the 1950s. This industrial landscape introduces a different concern, the American anxiety regarding the cold logic of mass production and unchecked capitalism. This is Kurt Vonnegut. In his novel Player Piano, he imagined a world where machines have performed so much of the labor that the human working class has been rendered obsolete. These massive computer mainframes dwarf the workers operating them. In this American model, the threat is not the government, but the hyper-efficiency of machines serving corporate interests, leaving humans without an economic purpose. Terry Gilliam's The Zero Theorem updates this fear for the digital age. It depicts a world governed by surveillance capitalism, where corporate technology commodifies every single human interaction for profit. This is the inverse of the European model. Instead of state-enforced welfare, the American dystopia is driven by rampant consumerism and hyper-individualism, where the system values profit over human well-being. The American model suggests a future where people are not managed by a social script. Instead, they are simply discarded or exploited by corporate monopolies once their labor is no longer necessary for the bottom line. Imagine a lone figure standing in the center of a shifting geometric maze. Whether the protagonist is a German life counselor or an American programmer, they are both trapped within systems that operate on a scale they cannot control. Look at these two converging pathways, state control and corporate profit. Regardless of the label, the individual reaches the same psychological state, total separation. Even managers feel disconnected. When the system makes all decisions, individual actions carry no weight and produce no personal fulfillment. When machines handle all labor and algorithms pre-calculate our identities, we lose the capacity to define our own function. If we are reduced to cogs in a machine that requires no input from us, we lose our sense of purpose. This is Albert Camus. He explored the concept of absurdism, the struggle to find meaning in a universe that appears indifferent to our existence. In these hyper-technologized futures, that struggle becomes the central human experience. This fictional dread maps onto our technological trajectory. If we prioritize system efficiency above all else, we risk building a society where the human element is treated as a source of error or a friction to be removed. shifting the danger from simple job loss to a loss of human relevance. Whether optimizing for the state or profit, any system built to remove human agency eventually creates a future that has no reason to include us.